A man's words are not just sounds, they are signals of his character. And in a world filled with noise, the rare man who speaks with clarity, strength, and calm will always stand apart. Too many men believe that charm lies in saying what others want to hear. But the Stoic knows that true power is not found in sweet words but in honest ones. Younger women, especially in today's chaotic world, are not drawn only to looks or wealth. They are drawn to the calm presence of a man who has mastered himself, a man who speaks with meaning, not manipulation, who expresses not to impress, but to reveal inner strength. If you want to know what resonates with younger women, understand this. They are not looking for perfect lines. They are looking for stability in a world of unpredictability. And the man who can speak with purpose will always be heard above the noise, not because he tries to win, but because he doesn't need to. Let me offer 5 Stoic insights, things younger women truly love to hear, not because they are flattery, but because they reflect rare masculine virtue. When a man says, "I'm not in a rush," it carries more weight than most realize. In a world dominated by impatience, urgency, and emotional volatility, a calm and measured presence stands out like a mountain among waves. Younger women are often surrounded by men eager to impress, to move fast, to prove something. But a Stoic man moves with intention, not speed. He does not pursue relationships out of desperation or fear of being alone. He understands that time reveals truth, and he welcomes that. This phrase is not about playing games or appearing aloof. It is about grounded composure. It says, "I don't need to hurry to feel secure." It communicates self-control, inner peace, and a sense of personal fulfillment that is not dependent on someone else. To a younger woman who may still be navigating her own identity and emotional world, this calmness is magnetic. It reassures her that she is not being rushed into something she's unsure of. It signals maturity. When a man is not in a rush, he becomes more observant, more selective, and more rooted in principle. He is not overwhelmed by lust or driven by social pressure. He can enjoy someone's presence without needing to possess them. This rare mindset allows trust to grow because it removes pressure and invites authenticity. Women sense this difference intuitively. Such a man isn't trying to win her over. He's simply being himself, allowing time to reveal whether a real connection exists. That patience isn't passive, it's powerful. It demonstrates emotional mastery, a virtue that is rare and respected. And that's why younger women love hearing those words from a man who means them. It shows he is not ruled by time or need, but led by strength and stillness. When a man confidently says, "I know what I want," he is not boasting. He is declaring clarity. In a world filled with indecision, mixed signals, and emotional confusion, this simple statement is rare and powerful. Younger women, who often encounter uncertainty in dating and relationships, are deeply drawn to a man who speaks with conviction about his intentions. It shows that he has taken the time to understand himself, to reflect, and to define what he stands for. This clarity is not limited to relationships alone. It speaks to the whole man, his purpose, his principles, his path. A man who knows what he wants doesn't just drift through life reacting to whatever comes his way. He acts with purpose. His decisions are not based on impulse or insecurity, but on values and long-term vision, and that is deeply grounding to those around him. When a man expresses his intentions clearly, it builds trust. There's no guessing, no playing games. It gives the woman the freedom to meet him in that truth or to walk away if it's not aligned. Either outcome is fine to him, because he is not trying to manipulate a result. He is simply living in alignment with what he knows is right for him. Younger women are drawn to this certainty because it offers a rare kind of safety, not the safety of control, but the safety of stability. A Stoic man who knows what he wants is not swayed by trends, peer pressure, or momentary emotions. He remains steady, and that steadiness becomes magnetic. It reassures her that she is not stepping into confusion, but into clarity. And in a world that often rewards chaos, clarity is not only attractive, it is unforgettable. When a man tells a woman, You don't need to impress me. He's offering something rare, acceptance without conditions. In a culture obsessed with image, performance, and social validation, most people, especially younger women, are used to being evaluated. Whether through appearance, status, or behavior, they often feel the pressure to prove they are enough. A Stoic man removes that burden. He sees through the noise and speaks directly to the soul. This statement carries a calm strength. It shows that he is not looking for a mask or a performance. He is interested in who she truly is beneath the surface. And in doing so, he creates a space of authenticity, one where she can relax, breathe, and simply be herself. That is a gift few people know how to give, and it leaves a deep impression. The man who says this does so not because he lacks standards, but because he values truth over presentation. He is not dazzled by perfection. He respects realness. He is not seeking someone to fit into a fantasy. He is open to discovering the reality of the person in front of him. And that speaks volumes about his own inner security. He doesn't need to be entertained or flattered. He has already built his own self-worth. Younger women are often navigating the pressures of comparison and external validation. When they meet a man who is unaffected by those games, it feels like stepping out of a storm and into stillness. It shows emotional maturity, patience, and the kind of masculine presence that brings peace, not pressure. In telling her that she doesn't need to impress him, he's saying, "I've already found my center. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to connect." And that message, simple as it may seem, carries the deep, quiet power of a man who truly knows himself. When a man says, "I take responsibility for my life," he is expressing one of the highest forms of masculine virtue. In the Stoic tradition, responsibility is the foundation of strength. It means he does not blame others for his circumstances, nor does he wait for someone else to rescue him. He accepts that his choices, his discipline, and his mindset shape his reality. This level of ownership is rare and deeply attractive. Younger women, often navigating a world where many avoid accountability, are naturally drawn to a man who holds himself to a higher standard. When he takes responsibility, it doesn't mean he controls everything. It means he responds with integrity to whatever life brings. He doesn't wallow in self-pity, and he doesn't make excuses. He reflects, adjusts, and moves forward. This kind of man offers stability, not through control but through self-mastery. Such a man is reliable because he is reliable to himself first. He doesn't need constant motivation or validation to do what needs to be done. He honors his commitments, manages his emotions, and acts with purpose. He stands on the solid ground of his own character. To a younger woman, this creates a sense of trust. It tells her that she is with someone who will not fall apart under pressure or flee when things get hard. Taking responsibility also creates space for emotional honesty. He doesn't hide behind pride or defensiveness. If he makes a mistake, he owns it. If he doesn't know something, he admits it. That humility, combined with strength, is rare and powerful. It signals emotional maturity. In a world filled with blame and avoidance, a man who takes full responsibility for his life sets himself apart. He doesn't just talk about leadership, he lives it. And that quiet discipline commands both respect and admiration. When a man says to a woman, "You are free to be yourself," he is offering something few know how to give: emotional freedom. In a world filled with judgment, comparison, and pressure to conform, that kind of acceptance feels like a deep breath after holding it too long. It tells her that she is not being measured, shaped, or controlled. She is being seen as she is, and that is enough. For a younger woman still discovering herself, this is rare and powerful. The Stoic man does not need to mold others to match his preferences. He is not seeking to dominate or dictate how someone should think, feel, or behave. His strength lies, not in control, but in calm observation. He understands that true connection comes from allowing the other person to show up fully. He knows that freedom invites truth, and truth invites trust. By creating this space, he shows emotional maturity. He is not threatened by difference, nor does he feel the need to fix or change what he does not understand. He listens without judgment and speaks without force. That kind of presence is grounding. It allows a woman to let down her guard, to stop performing and to simply exist. And in that space, something real can grow. This does not mean he has no boundaries. On the contrary, his boundaries are strong and quiet. But they do not require the other person to shrink. They simply state, "You are free to be who you are, and I will do the same." From there, alignment can either happen naturally or not. There is no need to push, no need to pull. In a world where many use pressure or charm to get what they want, a man who offers freedom stands apart. His calm presence becomes magnetic, and his acceptance becomes unforgettable. He who has control of his words has control of his life, and he who needs nothing from others can give everything from within. Speak not to seduce, but to show your strength, not to manipulate, but to reveal your clarity. And let your silence be just as powerful as your words, for the Stoic knows that presence is often louder than speech.